This might just be your warning and confirmation that you're dealing with a false person. So whoever this video is for, this is very important because they have nothing to offer. Now, we talked about this in a few other videos. This is kind of like a few messages have kind of reiterated this point, but this is more specific. Now, for some of you who resonate with the video, options, okay? And then there was another video that I did also called, don't let too many options become a curse, because it really can be. So for some of you, this has to do with something that you might be deciding between two people or two situations. So if you're deciding between two situations, it might be like two organizations, two companies, two churches, so on and so forth, two neighborhoods. And if this is a person, you're choosing between two people. However, one of these are the false. We always hear about counterfeits and things like that, but this is very important messages, because family, any time that God is doing something and God is sending like divine partnerships and circumstances and people in our lives, the devil always gets a whiff of that, and he always tries to run really quick and intercept. He always tries to send something false first before you really get to grab a hold of what God had already been doing for you. For some of you, it could be that you're dealing with a person now. Let's use the example of a person, right? Let's say you're dealing with somebody. There's somebody that you've been, really getting close with. This could be in business, friendship, whatever, romance, and all of a sudden you have this other person who comes along in the picture, and it might seem like they have so much more to offer. I mean, the way that they present themselves. Family, anytime that you meet somebody and they are just so well put together, almost like somebody who would write out a script and then go on stage or record a video, you can tell when something almost seems fabricated. So just be very aware of that. If you come across somebody, or if you're choosing between two people and one of them just seems just too well put together, that might be a red flag, okay? Nobody's perfect. People have, their different quirks and things like that. But a lot of times when we're dealing with false people, that's why even when we talk about narcissists or any other psychopaths, all these other types of people, psychopaths are very charming. Narcissists are very charming. That's why people would end up in a relationship with a narcissist or a psychopath, and then they start internalizing that and being like, oh my God, what was wrong with me? How could I not tell this person was a psycho or this person was a narc? But not realizing that charm is one of like that's one of the skills that they hone in on, right? You have to think, a person who knows that something is wrong with them, a person who's dead on the inside, a person who knows that they cannot relate and feel the way other people do, right? Which is why a lot of those types of people end up being like a cancer to the earth, because they don't even have the same human emotions as you do and I do. You understand what I'm trying to say? So those type of people have to even more learn how to act, learn how to behave, learn what works. When I say this, I get this type of reaction. When I look like this, I get this type of reaction. So there's somebody coming to you that has absolutely nothing to offer. This is another very important point. Some of you have somebody that's coming back from your past, and this could be like an ex that's like, oh, I'm doing so much better now, I got this new job, or I'm doing this, or I'm doing that. Ignore, block, delete. Okay, first of all, if you didn't investigate, if you didn't try to ask this person how they were doing, why are they telling you that? I said this in the last video. Ask yourself, why do people tell you the things that they decide to tell you? What does that have to do with you, especially if you're not asking those questions, right? So some of you do have somebody that's coming back from your past, and they're going to try to make it seem like, look, I finally did everything that you wanted me to do. I stopped doing this. I started doing that. I blah, 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 such and such. You fill in the blanks. That person is lying. And even if that is the case, family, you let them prove, you let them show and prove for years. Just as long as they drove you through the mud. Let's say you were dealing with a person who drug you through the mud and breadcrumbed you for 3, 4, 5 years. You let them go ahead and spend 3, 4, 5 years of proving to you that they've changed, okay? And don't think that you have to wait on them, because we already moved on. So too bad if within that 3, 4, 5 year process, you done got booed up, or you done found a new business partnership, or whatever might have you, okay? But there's somebody that is either trying to come into your life that you've never met, or there's somebody trying to come back from your past that you've deleted, and this is a false person. They're false, okay? Don't believe everything that you see. Everything that glitters isn't gold. I'm telling you, 9 times out of 10, when God sends you a person or opportunity, it's never going to be something that truly, usually at the beginning, excites you. It's never going to be like, oh my God, this is just, no, usually, no. Usually it starts out in a way that's like, okay, you know, you might not be excited about it, might not give you that same passion, or it might not be something that you know, grabs you, you know, just on a physical level, right off bat, but it's something there that might keep you there. You might not know what it is. Like, well, I'm not usually into this type of person, or this is off, or not a red flag-ish off. It's not what I'm talking about. Or you fill in the blank, but it's something deeper that like kind of keeps you connected to that situation or that company, organization, ministry, or person. Usually that's how God comes. And then after we continue to follow the Holy Spirit, right, and not our lust, not looking on the outside appearances, but paying attention to the discernment that the Lord gave us, then that's when we start to say, like, hold on, oh my God, this is a diamond? I didn't know this was a diamond. It looks like dusty rocks at first, family. I'm just being honest. So be very careful, because you have somebody that's coming to you that's everything gonna be shining. They're gonna be making everything sound good. Oh, I can do this for you so simply. This is exactly da-da-da. Scratch it, okay? And if anybody's trying to ever press you, this is the last thing that I'm gonna say, because I know y'all already got the message, whoever this is for. Anybody ever trying to press you to make a decision, family, like hacking you down or trying to oversell something for you, I promise you, just leave. If you're at a store and somebody's trying to oversell you something or add extra free this and that, and it's like they're really trying to sell the product, don't buy it. Don't even buy nothing from the store. Just leave from the store, okay? And then if you're dealing with the person who's like literally trying to sell themselves to you, or trying to prove something to you that you didn't ask to be proven, look, I gotta show y'all her what she's just doing. Oh, now she knows I'm pointing the camera. She wants to stop. She was grooming herself. That doesn't need to be proven, then that's your main sign to just cut that person completely out of your life, okay? It's false. That's how people come. People who have nothing to offer usually really present themselves glittery on the outside, if y'all know what I mean. People who have nothing on the inside, they put themselves together the best sometimes on the outside, because it doesn't get any deeper than that. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? So be very mindful of that. Ladies, don't let any of these people finesse you. Oh, I can do this for no. Cut all of that. Fellas, don't only just pay attention to what's going on the outside. Because all that perfume, all that extra spritz of perfume they spraying, kind of strong to me, you might like it, but you don't know what they trying to hide under all of that. You understand what I'm trying to say? Okay, just because it's cute on the outside don't mean that it's not rotten on the inside. That goes for both my handsome and my pretty bosses, okay? And this has to do with everything, not just people, business situations, companies, organization, ministry. Use your discernment, right? God is high. Remember that word that we did about God was hiding you. This isn't that it doesn't end with us, family. Remember that as we learn lessons, as we see people that slept on us when we look like dusty diamonds, but we shining bright now like the stars in the sky, they slept on us. So a lot of times we also go through those things so that when it's our turn to do the picking and the choosing, we have first of all the memory of when we were slept on, that everything don't sleep on people too early. You see what I'm trying to say? That person that you sleep on right now that might not look like they got nothing going on, that might be that might have been the GOAT the entire time. Okay? So be mindful of that. I know that y'all get my drift. Be very discerning, family. Some of the things that we went through is so that now that we're in those positions, we'll be able to really move by the Holy Spirit, and we'll be able to recognize things easily, what's being sent from the Most High and what's being sent from the devil. Okay, I love y'all so very much. Y'all come join us on patreon.com/prettyboss.tv. We're turning up this month of May. Happy May to everybody. Oh my God, I am doing this video on May 1st, so happy May. I hope that you have a wonderful, beautiful, awesome, amazing May. Okay, join us on patreon.com/prettyboss.tv. I love all of my patrons. We about to be lit this month and beyond. Okay, summertime is about to be around the corner too, but we turning up this month because I told y'all what we doing on Patreon. If you haven't seen that announcement, go to the announcement. I'm not going to share any announcements on YouTube that are for my Patreon family. Also, if you would like to be a part of what we're doing here, okay, if you would like to not be behind the curve but ahead of it, make sure that you put your email on prettybossmoguls.com. I'll be sharing so much information about cryptocurrency, NFTs, you know, investing, we're community building, the creation, you know, just a lot of what's going on now. We're going to be talking about how we can use our God-given gifts in this new world that we're living in. Okay, this new world, let me be specific, the kingdom of heaven being created on earth. That's the new world that I'm referring to. I love y'all so very much. Y'all follow me on Instagram at I am Kendra Justine. I talk to y'all soon, y'all willing. Peace.